Once again, good afternoon and welcome to Highland Junior High School here in Gilbert, Arizona for the inaugural Desert Storm Classic. So glad you made it out this afternoon. Let's start with the introductions of the players here this afternoon. First, we'll start with the South team. First up, it'll be number 53, Ajala Emmanuel from Chandler High School. Number 24, Jordan Anderson from Basha High School. Number 33, Bergheim Brian from Tanque Verde. Number 6, Cade Colmere from Desert Vista High School.
First and last name.
Number 2, Brendan Enriquez from Morenci High School. Number 5, Desmond Esquivel from Yuma Catholic. Number 11, Brian Fullwood Jr. from Agua Fria High School. Number 11, Joel Gant from Hamilton High School. Number 1, Devin Grubbs from Desert Vista High School. Number 33, Ryan Hammer from ALA Ironwood. Number 22, JJ Herrera from North High School. Number 4, Makai Hibbler from Desert Vista. Number 7, Grady Hickey from Chaparral. Number 28, Gavin Higley, also from Chaparral. Number 87, CJ Lopez from Tanque Verde. Number 10, Nicholas Lyons from Desert Vista High School. Number 55, Aiden Mikas from Desert Vista. Number 77, David Nation, also from Desert Vista. Number 7, Ulises Ontiveros from Tempe High School. Number 75, Matias Ortiz Jr. from Coconino High School. Number 42, Ty Robinson from the Basha Bears. Number 60, Jose Roman from Desert View. Number 3, Austin Rush from Yuma Catholic, home of the Shamrocks. Number 18, Brayton Silbor, Chaparral High School. Number 2, Micah Southwick from Moon Valley High School. Number 19, Elijah Sports Trotter from Centennial High School. Number 20, Jolani Turner from Westwood High School. And rounding out the lineup for the South team, number 21, Frankie Vieira from Desert Vista High School. Once again, a hand for the South team here today. And now for the North squad. Number 7, Ashby Fawn Jamare from Chaparral High School. Number 8, Carter Cameron from Boulder Creek High School. Number 0, Isaiah Cortez from Washington High School. Number 2, Jordan Covington from Sandra Day O'Connor. Number 11, CJ Eastwood from Chaparral High School. Number 52, Cameron Faraji from Horizon High School. Number 54, Duke Fry from Notre Dame Prep. Number 45, Jose Gallardo from Buckeye Union. Number 1, Jalen Gibson from Boulder Creek. Number 7, Michael James from Valley Vista High School. Number 50, Jeffrey Jean Baptiste from Chaparral High School. Number 21, Jonathan Kennedy from Liberty High School. Number 2, Joseph Laga Fuyana from Cactus High School. Number 60, Umberto Ledesma from Tempe High School. Number 46, Marcus Lai from Brophy Prep. 81, Jack McFarland from Boulder Creek High School. Number 3, Kane Metz Terrell from Liberty High School. Number 27, Trevor Miller from Basha High School. Number 77, Oliver Ocampo from Centennial High School. Number 88, Matias Ortiz Jr. from Coconino High School. Number 75, Cordell Outridge from Moon Valley High School. Number 17, Braden Starmer from Desert Ridge High School. Number 70, Joshua Stokes from Mesquite High School. Number 4, Ethan Tinsley from Horizon High School. Number 8, Braden Wells from Notre Dame Prep. 34, John West from Deer Valley High School. And rounding out the lineup today for the North Squad, it'll be number 10, Zach Wren, the quarterback from Pinnacle High School. Once again, a hand for our athletes from the North Squad and another hand for the athletes here today from our South Squad. Make sure you tune in on the Epic Sports Network on YouTube. We are about ready for kickoff.
It's not a big deal.
Welcome.
Ready?
No snack?
Yeah.
That's new for her.
I
Always gotta have
know.
some.
You ate too late for a taco.
Snacks, so I wasn't worried. I'm just gonna have to eat real good when it's done.
Okay. Real quick. New. South. 51. Dominic. Dominic?
They only
Yep.
had 2 practices.
Offensive lineman from Chaparral.
Why are we coming through the PA?
Shouldn't be.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Epic Sports Network's presentation of today's inaugural Desert Storm Classic. So glad to join us here on the Epic Sports Network on YouTube, alongside my broadcast partner today, Mr. Ed Cole, and our camera operator this afternoon, also chiming in from time to time, Mr. Joey Mosquero. Guys, how are you today? Are you guys ready to see the best of the best on the gridiron here today in the state of Arizona?
Absolutely, sir. We have got state champions here. We've got first team all regions, offensive players of the year, second team all regions. We got so much talent on this north and south rosters for this all-star game. So I'm excited, JP. I know Joey's excited. He's on the camera running things. As you mentioned, he'll chime in, but let's go ahead and get this thing started. Let's get some football going so we can show the best of the great state 48.
Absolutely. Let's do it. It's going to be a great one here. Unfortunately, we're a little bit challenged here with our vantage point. It's a little bit low, but we'll do our best to bring you the action as best we can. We got a couple cameras sitting field level for you as well as these teams move around and make their presence felt here this afternoon.
Yeah, this will be a fun one, folks. Got the white in the white jerseys. That'll be the north team. The south team will be in the black and white. So clearly defined football teams.
Yes, yes. We are ready to go. So glad you joined us here this afternoon on the Epic Sports Network. A beautiful day outside. Temperatures in the low 70s. A little breeze, and we are ready to go. He looks to throw, fires to the near side. It's complete. On the reception right there, number 21, Jonathan Kennedy. He's out of Liberty High School, Ed. 30 catches, 499 yards on the season, and 3 touchdowns. In at quarterback this afternoon for the North team. We'll get you that gentleman's information here in just a moment. They fire. It's complete, it appears, but unfortunately we're blocked by the tent there for the sideline review.
Yeah, James, that's Jack McFarland, the tight end from Boulder Creek. He caught that pass. 64 catches for him last season, 699 yards, 4 touchdowns. One of those first-team all-region guys we talked about.
Unbelievable job right there. Great haul in there by Jack McFarland. So first down and 10 now for the North team. They look to throw. He's under pressure. Defense comes, and it's going to be a sack in the backfield. On the hunt there for the South team, that was number 87, C.J. Lopez out of Tanca Verde High School. Ed, 6'5", 220 pounds, and he was bearing down right there on the quarterback.
Yes, he was. Great job of Lopez just continuing to pursue the quarterback and never give up until he brought him down. Great job by Lopez, as you mentioned, 6'5", 220 from Tanque Verde. Last season he had 59 tackles, 12 sacks, so he's not averse to getting to the quarterback. He had 12 of them last year. That's why he had one today, another first-team All-Region. Just some interesting rules, folks. We got this 11-11. There's 11 different offensive and 11 different defensive players starting the game. There's no blitzing, no rushing of kicks. No more than 2 people may rush on punts, field goals, or extra points. The ball must be kicked in a timely manner. But if that ball is muffled or muffed or fumbled, it's a live ball, and non-rushing rules are terminated. This game will be 60 minutes. It's 4 quarters of 15 minutes each, a running clock, except for the last 2 minutes of the half, and there's no overtime. So if the game ends after 4 quarters in a tie, then it is a tie, James.
An outstanding completion there from Zach Wren, the quarterback from Pinnacle High School, and he got it completed that time to Kane Metz-Terrell out of Liberty High School, home of the Lions. First down and 10 now for the North team. He's going to go to the corner, and double coverage that time applied there very nicely by the South team. The intended target, number 2, Joseph Lagafunia for the North team.
Yes, this is kind of a tough vantage point, James, but we'll make do with what we have, right?
So no gain on the play. It'll be second down and 10 here for the North team. 3-by-1 on the outside for Wren. He squares his shoulders, throws down the field. Incomplete, double coverage once again on there for the South team. Number 81, the intended target, Jack McFarland, the tight end, 6'1", 225 pounds from Boulder Creek High School. A lot of air underneath that ball right there from Zach Wren.
It was, but he was double covered by Jordan Anderson, one of them number 24. A defensive back from Basha last season, 22 tackles, a TFL, a sack, and a pass defense. So Jordan Anderson back there on defense just like he did for the Basha Bears.
3rd and 10 now upcoming here. Consult going on the sideline there, getting direction from the North team coaches.
Yeah, Wren's still back out there at quarterback, trying to guide all of his guys together as they continue to drive down the field, potentially for a score for the North team. Wren's out there giving some dap to his offensive linemen, who he knows are critical to him having success today, James.
Absolutely. So Wren once again from the shotgun here on 3rd down and 10. Surveys the field. He fires left side. It's incomplete. Once again, he was looking for McFarland, but the defense very stout that time for the South team.
Yeah, so far I like this the secondary of the South team. They're continuing to stay with the wide receivers and tight ends of this North team. So that would really bode well for the South team if they can continue to play sound defense back there in the secondary and stop any kind of completion that Wren's trying to do to his guys.
So it looks like we will have a field goal attempt right here, Ed. On for the field goal attempt, number 27 for the North team. That is Trevor Miller out of Basha High School, home of the Bears. 56 touchbacks last season, Ed. Unbelievable stats there.
Yeah, also a 36.4 yards per punt, 5 inside the 20-yard line.
The snap, the hold, the kick is up, and it is good. So the North team now goes on top by the score of 3-0.
Nice drive for the North team, James. Of course, they would have wanted to come out with 7, but at least you get on the board, you get the lead early. You show that your offense can drive down the field on the South defense, and let's see what the South offense can now do against the North defense. It is interesting, James. There's no kickoffs, so each offense will start at its own 30-yard line and go from there. Try to see who's that quarterback back there for them. Thank goodness we brought binoculars, right?
Oh, exactly right, Ed.
Oh, I love these jerseys. The black ones for the South and the white ones for the North.
It's a pretty good look.
Very snazzy. I like it.
I like the look a lot.
Mm-hmm. And I love that the kids can wear their own their own helmets representing their schools.
Yes, always showing that school pride here.
Always.
Always at a premium. Our first quarter, we are underway. I do not see a time clock operational here on the field at Highland Junior High this afternoon, so we will just kind of go with it, Ed.
Yeah. At quarterback
Play
is
some football.
Yes. At quarterback is Brayton Silber for the South team. Quarterback from Chaparral.
Silber fires out to the far side. It is complete. Number 11 on the reception for the South team. And how about that snare for Joel Gant out of Hamilton High School, home of the Huskies?
Yes, sir. He primarily played defensive back for Hamilton. Last season had 44 tackles and 11 passes defensed. For Silber, last season 41-59 as far as passing yards go and 43 passing touchdowns. That earned him also a first-team All-Region.
Silber, one of those heady quarterbacks, very talented. Got a chance to run into him at the Ed Doherty Awards back in December. An outstanding young man. Enjoyed our conversation. Silber back to pass. Pressure comes. He escapes the pocket. He's going to flip it ahead, and he completes it to number 11. And he's ahead for more yardage. Once again, that's Joel Gant on the reception. And the DB from Hamilton effective right now for the South offense.
Absolutely. Silber looks and finds a target. Oh, it's Brian Fullwood. Oh, it's Brian Fullwood Jr.
Fullwood Jr.
Because we got two 11s.
We got two 11s.
Yeah.
All right, then.
It's okay. We'll work it out.
There we go.
Thanks, Charles.
Joel is on DB, and the wide receiver is Brian Fullwood Jr. there.
So we'll give Fullwood Jr. those two
Home
catches.
of the Owls, Agua Fria High School. Back to pass. Silber goes down. Fullwood Jr. once again the intended target that time for the South team.
Last season for the Owls, 888 rushing / receiving yards and 12 total touchdowns. So he got it done last season for Agua Fria. Yeah, folks, we've got a tent right in front of us. So
second down and 10 is what I think I see right there, Ed.
Yeah, that's what Joey says. I see the two as far as the down marker.
I'd love to give you the formations as well, folks, but
we got a tent in front of us.
Second down, they give it up the gut. They hand it off. He's coming near side, breaking tackles all along the way, and finally forced out of bounds. Number 1 on the scamper. And that is Devin Grubbs from Desert Vista High School, the Thunder. We had them on Thursday Night Football, Ed, and he continues to dominate here in the All-Star game.
I do remember him from Thursday Night Football from Desert Vista. Last season, 64 rushes, 519 yards, 8 touchdowns, 4-time All-Region selection. And you can see why, because of Devin Grubbs runs the football like that. Of course, there'll be an All-Region selection.
So they are moving the ball at will right now. Is the South team. Brayton Silber in command of this offense here now. 2-by-2 on the outside now for Silber. He sets his feet. He's under pressure. The ball comes out. And it's incomplete, says our AIA officiating crew. So we will play another down.
James, that was tipped away by Duke Fry, the defensive lineman from Notre Dame Prep. 6'1", 280 pounds, number 54. Great job of him getting in Silber's face and affecting that pass, affecting the trajectory of where he was trying to go with the ball.
So now the football is at the 38-yard line. Second down and 10 now for Silber. He's in the shotgun, looks to throw, swings it out near side. It's complete once again to Devin Grubbs, and he is the hot target right now for the South Ball Club.
As you should be.
Absolutely.
Wouldn't you want to get the ball to Devin Grubbs as much as possible for the young man from Desert Vista? Absolutely. Devin Grubbs, 6'1", 190. As we mentioned, he averaged about 130 yards rushing last season.
Grubbs is a bruiser. Third, and we'll call it 7. 2-by-2 on the outside for Silber. He looks to throw into the flat. It's complete. Turning upfield and picking up the necessary yardage. That appears once again to be Devin Grubbs on the far side.
First down, pass from Brayton Silber
And I'm liking this connection, Silbor to Grubbs.
And you think Silbor is not liking that connection to Devin Grubbs and vice versa?
Absolutely.
They just drive down the field. If you cannot get a guy to stop Devin Grubbs, of course, Silbor is going to go to him every single time. He's going to go to the well as many times as possible until he gets into the end zone
The
with him.
presence in the pocket for Brayton Silbor is almost uncomparable, Ed.
It is.
This guy is going to play football at the next level, and it's going to be fun watching him do so. First down and 10 now for the South team. They're marching. They trail 3-0 here in our first quarter. The inaugural Desert Storm Classic. Fire over the middle. It's complete. A beautiful pitch and catch. Ball comes out, but I believe he was down. No, they say it's incomplete. His intended target, number 3, and that was Austin Rush, the 5'11", 175-pound wide receiver from the home of the Shamrocks, Yuma Catholic.
Boy, did Silbor put some mustard on that football to try to get the ball to Rush right there.
He did indeed.
Oh, they called it a catch.
They did call it a catch.
Okay.
So it'll be 1st and goal now for the South team. They trail the North 3-0 here in the Desert Storm Classic. We got a good crowd on hand today as well, folks.
And a beautiful day for football.
Absolutely beautiful day for football. 1st and goal now from the 5. They give it. Here comes Grubbs on a sweep, and he is pounded out of bounds right there. That was number 1 on defense for the North team, Jalen Gibson. Gibson, a 5'9", 193-pound defensive back, also plays running back for the Boulder Creek Jaguars.
Last season for Boulder Creek, he had 28 tackles and an INT. So good job of Gibson being able to stay out there and stay with Devin Grubbs as he was trying to get to the outside and get into the end zone for the score. So good job by Gibson fronting Grubbs and making sure that didn't happen.
Timeout on the field called by the South team. So we'll step aside and take that short timeout with them. You're watching the inaugural Desert Storm Classic right here on the Epic Sports Network. Stay with us. We'll be right back to Highland Junior High School in Gilbert right after this.
What up, Pit Boss Nation? I am Patrick Peterson. I am a father of 2. I am married, play professional football, very fun, outgoing guy. My daughter loved for me to cook ribs and steak. Me, honestly, I like the vertical because I'm able to put more things in there. I can get some ribs in there, I can get a pork butt in there, I can get some chicken in there. You know, I love everything about my vertical, man. How you can just adjust the temperature at ease, how the pellet is easy. Just a very, very cool grill.
Attention business owners.
Want to expand? We welcome you back to Highland Junior High School here in Gilbert. We are ready to play on. It's 2nd down and goal now for the South team. Brayton Silbor remains in at quarterback. Silbor surveys. He looks to his right. Pressure comes off the edge, and he's going to tuck it and run into the end zone for the touchdown. Brayton Silbor, quarterback for the Chaparral Firebirds, getting it done with his legs right there, Ed Cole.
Great job of Silbor seeing that pressure come on his right side. He knew he couldn't do anything to the right side, so he had to rush out. He had to flush himself out to the left side, and he had nothing but pay dirt. He got right to the outside, got to that edge, and got into the end zone because of that pressure that came to his right side. So great athleticism for Silbor to avoid that pressure and that potential sack, and he gets into the end zone for the score.
Touchdown for the South team. Now on for the PAT. This looks to be number 33. That is indeed Ryan Hammer out of ALA Ironwood. Hammer swings his leg through that one. It's up and through the uprights. So just like that, the South team increases their lead now 7-3.
So now, James, we see what the game plan is for the South. Of course, they're going to substitute other guys and other players in, but that Silbor to Devin Grubbs connection was pretty special on that drive, wasn't it?
You might want to keep going back to that one if you can, because that was working really well there for him.
Yeah, if your head coach DeMond Williams Sr., he knows the matchup he has right now. You want to go 18-1 pretty much as much as possible. All right, James, let's see how the North team responds to that drive, that touchdown scoring drive. Can they drive back down the field and get a score of their own?
No kickoffs here in the inaugural Desert Storm Classic, so unfortunately no chances to bust the wedge.
A little bit disappointing, but that's all right. We get it. It's an all-star game. 1st and 10 now from the 30. This looks to be Wren again. He's going to go up top with it. And the nearest receiver in trail out of Chaparral High School, that was number 7, Michael James, excuse me. No gain on the play. 2nd down and 10 upcoming here. For the North team. Zach Wren in at quarterback right now. 2,240 yards, 18 touchdowns to 7 interceptions. Also rushing the football for 260 yards and 2 touchdowns on the season. Wren's flushed out of the pocket under pressure.
Oh.
And big 55 over there bearing down on him on the far side.
That was Aiden Mickus, defensive lineman from Desert Vista. Boy,
Nice
was it,
job.
Yeah, wasn't he coming after him? He got right off, shedded that block from the offensive lineman and came straight for the quarterback.
6'1", 245, and he got all 245 on top of the quarterback that time. No gain. 3rd down and 10 upcoming here for the North team.
3rd and 10. So that North offensive line is going to have to do some more work to stop that South pressure coming from the defensive side.
2-by-2 now for Wren. He's going to give it on a draw. Room to run, number 7 with plenty for the 1st down and then some. And that is Michael James. Actually, that was Jamare Ashby-Fawn from Chaparral High School, the 5'9", 175-pound running back, getting it done on the draw play there, Ed.
Yeah, we got crossed up again on 2 number 7s, but that was Jamar Ashby-Fawn. Great run there, young man from Chaparral. Last season, 905 rushing and receiving yards and 10 total touchdowns. So Ashby-Fawn got it done last season, and he's getting it done so far for the North team.
Impressive. We have reached the end of our first quarter here in the inaugural Desert Storm Classic. We'll step aside, take a short timeout, and come right back here for more football action from the Southeast Valley on the Epic Sports Network. Stay with us.
Attention business owners.
Want to expand your reach and boost your bottom line? Then partner with the Epic Sports Network. Want to connect with thousands of parents, coaches, and fans who enjoy high school athletics every day? Then partner with the Epic Sports Network. Email us at partners@epicsports.network and let's get going.
It's gonna be epic.
Welcome back to Highland Junior High School here in Gilbert. Our second quarter getting ready to commence here on the Epic Sports Network, the inaugural Desert Storm Classic. The South team in command right now by the score of 7-3. A beautiful crossing route, unable to connect with number 3, Kane Metz-Terrell, and he had a little bit of room to run if he was able to haul that one in right there, Ed.
Yeah, he did. If Wren would have completed that pass to Metz-Terrell, as you mentioned, the young man from Liberty High School, he would have had some extra yards and some possibilities to potentially score if he got past the secondary.
No gain on the play. 2nd down and 10 now upcoming. Wren checks the wristbands. He's got 2-by-2 on the outside. He's also flanked in the backfield by number 3. Wren fires near side. It's almost complete. His intended target was number 81. Jack McFarland. He's gone to McFarland a couple times here this afternoon.
He has, but on that time, Frankie Vieira, the linebacker from Desert Vista, 5'9", 190, got in the way and forced that incompletion.
3rd and 10 now upcoming for the North team. Wren remains in the backfield. Trips left. One receiver to the top of your screen. Wren surveys the field. Great protection up front. He fires deep. It's caught. Breaking a tackle and into the end zone for the touchdown. It's Jack McFarland. How about that, Ed? Breaking tackles all the way down the field. A beautiful delivery of the football there from Wren to McFarland.
Yeah, great job for Wren to sit back there. His offensive line gave him all the time in the world to make that completion to 81. McFarland caught that ball, got separation from the secondary, the two secondary players back there, and he got the touchdown. Great pitch and catch and touchdown from Wren to McFarland.
So now the North team clawing their way back into this one. Our score with the PAT pending now, 9-7. He's got his jersey roll up there, Ed. I can't tell. That's number 27 about to kick it.
Yeah, it's
That's Trevor Miller.
Mm-hmm.
Miller on now for the PAT. A 9-7 ball game here, point after pending. Miller swings the leg through. It's up and good. Our score, as we are just inside of our second quarter of action, is now 10-7, the North on top of the South team here in the inaugural Desert Storm Classic.
James, I like the action I'm seeing so far from the North and South teams. Offenses and defenses are getting out there and making it happen. So far, the offenses are being more successful, as you mentioned, 17 points have been scored so far between the two football teams. But this is what you like to see. If you want to see an all-star game, you want to see your best talent come out here and show their skills, and they're showing their skills so far.
That's exactly what you want to see, Ed. A competitive game. That's all we can ask for here today, and that's exactly what we got. Special shout-out once again to today's event sponsors, Fox Restaurant Concepts, King of the Game Media, and Get It In Apparel.
All right.
Proud sponsors of today's event. And how about the jerseys once again, Ed? The look really nice here in more ways than one.
It is. I like the white and black, the combination for the white and gold, white and purple for the North team and the black and white for the South team.
Ball gets away, firing down the field. That looked to be Brayton Silbor, and he completes the football. That is not Brayton, excuse me. We got a new quarterback in for the South team. Fullwood Jr. on the reception. So our quarterback is Micah Southwick.
Yeah.
Number two, Micah
Mm-hmm.
Southwick, Moon Valley Rockets, 6'3", 205 pounds. And Ed, a nice stat line for him. We'll go over that here in a moment. Second and short. Ball's on the carpet. He somehow recovers, fires. It's complete. A minimal gain on the play, but enough for a first down on the reception. That was number 3, I believe.
Yeah, it was Austin Rush.
Austin Rush, the Yuma Catholic Shamrock.
Yeah. So Southwick got kind of a bum snap from the center, but he was still able to, as you mentioned, get the ball off to Austin Rush and make that completion. Wasn't the smoothest of transitions between the center and the quarterback, but Southwick made it happen just regardless.
First
did
down
take a
and
shot.
10 now from the 43-yard line. South team now once again on the march here. Southwick remains in at quarterback. From the shotgun, he looks to throw, surveys, pressures comes, he climbs the pocket, throws back to the near side. It's complete. Once again, Austin Rush in double coverage. And this young man knows how to play football, Ed.
Yes, he does. Great job by Southwick avoiding that pressure, stepping up in the pocket, allowing time for Austin Rush to get open and completing that pass to him. But as you mentioned, Austin Rush, great catch in the middle of traffic and being able to hold on to that football. Great job by number 3.
First down and 10 for the South team. They continue their march. And both teams obviously really coached up well here today, Ed. Let's give credit to those coaches. For the South team, Rashad Armstrong. And for the North team, Damond Williams Sr. coaching these squads here today. These guys having a lot of fun. Southwick back to pass. Looks to throw, climbs the pocket. He's going to run it himself and throws right before the line of scrimmage. It's incomplete. The intended target on the far side.
That's Elijah Sports Trot, the wide receiver from Centennial.
How about that? He almost had him, and Southwick took a shot there right at the line of scrimmage on the far side as well.
Yeah, I saw that. That's a good job by Southwick, though, stepping up in the pocket and trying to make things happen. Get outside of the pocket and flush yourself out to the left and try to make that completion to Sports Trot.
Excellent job there by Southwick. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 now upcoming from the north 40-yard line. Southwick directs traffic from the shotgun. And we have a timeout on the field called by the South team. So we'll step aside and take that timeout with them. You're watching the inaugural Desert Storm Classic right here on the Epic Sports Network. Stay with us. We'll be right back for more second quarter action here at Highland Junior High right after this.
Attention business owners.
Want to expand your reach and boost your bottom line? Then partner with the Epic Sports Network. Want to connect with thousands of parents, coaches, and fans who enjoy high school athletics every day? Then partner with the Epic Sports Network. Email us at partners@epicsports.network and let's get going.
It's gonna be epic.
Folks, welcome back to Highland Junior High. North and South going at it in the inaugural All-Star game here. Ed Cole, James Poovey, Joey Mascaro, our famed videographer here.
That's right.
10-7. We got a really good game here. The North on top of the South here in the second quarter. But the South is making a drive right here. Micah Southwick again back at quarterback.
Southwick now from the shotgun. 3-by-1 on the outside, movement on the edge. And that penalty probably will be assessed. It appeared to be number 33 there on the infraction.
That was encroachment on the defense. You're right, James.
Encroachment against the defense, 5-yard penalty. 2nd and 5 now we play on here. The South team trailing by 3, 10-7 here in our second quarter. Southwick into the flat, a little screen. It's complete, and the defense rallying up there. And I'll give you a number as soon as we can see it. Number 13 on the stop there for the North team.
Catch by number 10, Nicholas Lyons.
I don't see a number 13 on the roster.
I do not see a 13 either on the North team. That's all right. We play on. 3rd down and 8 here. Southwick remains in at quarterback. Ryan Hammer flanked to his right. 2-by-2 on the outside. He surveys, fires, complete. It's Hammer lowering the headgear, picking up more yardage. And that should be enough for a South team first down. Excellent pickup there.
Yeah, he lived up to his namesake, right? He put the hammer down on that catch. Once he got to the football, he knew the defenders were coming. He just kind of laid his helmet down. Didn't do a helmet to helmet, but he just kind of made a forceful kind of move.
Exactly. Getting positive yards the
Yes.
whole way. 1st down and 10 now upcoming here for the South team as Mr. Southwick trots onto the field with instructions from his coaching staff. How about that offensive line up front, Ed? We'll see if we can give you those guys in just a few minutes. They empty it out now for Micah Southwick. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap. Protection very good. At the sticks, it's complete once again to Austin Rush. And Rush carrying defenders
Southwick to number 3, Austin Rush.
almost to the 15-yard line. Another heady play there for Austin Rush.
Great job of Rush getting up there, extending his body, elevating to get that football and making that catch, knowing he was going to take some contact, knowing he was going to take a hit or two, which he did, but he was still up there and he made that catch.
So a timeout on the field. 10-7 our score. The North team in command here in our second quarter. We'll step aside, take a brief timeout and come right back here for more Desert Storm Classic right here on the Epic Sports Network. Stay with us.
I'm Eric Almirola, and I drive in the NASCAR Cup Series. I like to think of myself as a fun-loving guy. I have a wife and 2 beautiful children. I've really enjoyed the partnership that I've had with Pit Boss, and that it's, you know, it's still very new and very fresh, but it just feels so authentic. It feels so real, so just easy and down to earth, and I just really enjoy that.
Welcome back to Highland Junior High School here in Gilbert. The Desert Storm Classic on the air here on the Epic Sports Network. Hope everyone's having a great Sunday afternoon and a great weekend. A beautiful run off left tackle right there. Number 33, that was Ryan Hammer from ALA Ironwood. This guy knows how to drop the hammer on opposing defenders.
Yes, sir, he does. Hammer, 5'11", 185 last season, 561 yards. Rushing and receiving, and 8 total touchdowns. So the young man knows how to get into the end zone. He knows how to make things happen when he's out there on the football field, and he made something happen on that play.
He did indeed. We'll see if we can get in there a little bit tighter on that shot.
Nice drive so far for the South team.
Southwick from the shotgun. On 2nd and short, he almost goes down. He does. The ball literally comes loose. And the big fella in there in the middle from Westwood High School. And, Ed, they got their jerseys all tucked up underneath their shoulder pads. I can't tell you who's who.
I think that was number 54, Duke Fry, the defensive lineman, Notre Dame prep. He got in there and kind of affected.
Man, I know you're going for the look. You want to show off the six-pack and all that stuff. I get it.
But we got to see the numbers.
But I can't see who you are. You know what I mean? It's all good.
We'd love to shout you out.
Hey, listen, if I had a six-pack, I'd be showing it off as well. Don't even worry about it. 3rd down and 7 now upcoming here for the South squad. Southwick in the shotgun, 2x2 on the outside. Protection very nice up front. But here comes the hammer, and that is from his teammate right there, Ed. How about that? A little rocket on rocket right there. Number 15.
I don't see number 15.
I don't see 15, but I saw that Moon Valley Rockets helmet out there. 4th and long now after the TFL right there from number 15 for the North team.
I wonder if he got up and said, bro, sorry I had to bring you down, but I had to. Oh.
Number 15 is Cordell Outridge. He was the one wreaking havoc on his teammate right there. 4th and long now. Southwick's going to go for it. 2x1 on the outside. They hold an extra blocker in. Southwick nearly goes down, escapes the pressure, still has the football somehow, and whistles finally on the play. The relentless defense right there, Ed, from the North team.
Oh, yeah. They never stop coming at you. I love the way that they're coached up and the way these young men play. As you mentioned, they play through the whistle. They don't play just to the whistle. They'll play all the way through.
That was through and beyond the whistle there.
Yes.
Outridge once again on the assault there for the defense.
Outridge, 6'2", 220 from Moon Valley High School.
So a turnover on downs here. We play on here in our second quarter. Our score, the North team on top right now, 10-7. A good one here from Highland Junior High, Ed.
Great defensive stop for the North team, giving their offense another stop, maybe a chance to go down there and make it a 17-7 lead.
We'll see what they say about it now.
Mm-hmm.
Now the North team in command. Once again, Zach Wren appears to remain in at quarterback from Pinnacle High School. We mentioned 2,240 yards on the season. Also getting it done with his legs, 260 yards on the ground and 2 tutties. 2x2 on the outside. Wren from the shotgun. He's going to give it on a draw play. The moves, the wiggle on the outside. And finally brought down
That was Ashby Fawn, Jamari Ashby Fawn, the running back.
Jamari Ashby Fawn. How about that?
Mm-hmm.
905 rushing yards on the season. Stopped on the play by Desmond Esquivel from the Yuma Catholic Shamrocks.
We've seen Desmond during Thursday Night Football.
A gain of 4 on the play. 2nd down and 6 upcoming. Wren from the shotgun. Nice protection. He goes to the air. He's got a man. It's hauled in front of 2 defenders. An unbelievable job.
Number 2.
Jordan Covington, the 165-pound wide receiver from the Sandra Day O'Connor Eagles. How about it? Wow.
Absolutely.
And
fantastic.
how about the throw from Zach Wren? That was a dime.
It was. Great throw from Wren. Even greater catch by Covington, as you mentioned, too.
1st and 10 now, complete into the flat. Lowering the headgear. You love to see that. 7 on 7 right there.
Ashby Fawn with the catch.
Jamare Ashby Fawn. And number 5, Desmond Esquivel on the stop, the linebacker from Yuma Catholic. Horns going off everywhere here.
Back to Esquivel. Last season, 110 tackles, 2 sacks, 4 INTs, and a pick 6. He was a stat stuffer for Yuma Catholic.
Impressive totals.
Oh, man.
Impressive totals.
He was impressive that night we did Thursday Night Football.
Yes.
The Yuma Catholic game.
So now we play on 1st down and 10 from the 15-yard line. The North team driving their way down the field. They lead this one right now by the score of 10-7 as we near the halftime mark.
Mm-hmm.
Wren looks to throw. Fires over the middle. It's complete. And trying to carry defenders forward. That was number 2 on the reception there for the North team.
That was Covington.
Jordan Covington once again out of Sandra Day O'Connor High School. Touchdown on the play is the call.
Number 2, Jordan Covington.
Touchdown there for Jordan Covington and the North team. So they increase their lead now 16-7 with the PAT pending.
Trevor Miller with the extra point.
And Miller puts it through. And so now the North team on top by 10 here. 17-7 here as we near halftime. An exciting first half so far, Ed.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. What a fantastic drive for the North team. They get a stop defensively, and it allows the offense to get the ball back, and they quickly drive down the field. Zach Wren in complete control of his offense. They drive down the field. Ashby Fawn, one of his major targets on that drive. Jordan Covington, another major factor on that drive, as Wren tried to spread the wealth to every wide receiver he could, and they got into the end zone. That's the drive that you want to have. It's great for the North team to get a stop defensively, and then you turn around offensively on that ensuing drive. You go down the field, and you get a score. You couldn't ask for more from the North football team.
So glad you joined us here today on the Epic Sports Network right here on YouTube. Coming to you live here alongside my partner Ed Cole and Joey Mosquero. 1st down and 10 now. Brayton Silbor once again in at quarterback for the South team. Now the South team trying to respond, Ed, here before the half and see if they can get some points on the board.
They're going to have to.
Silbor back to pass. He's going to hold it and run it himself into the open, crossing the yardage to gain, and finally sliding for a stop. Brayton Silbor with an impressive play there.
1st down by Brayton Silbor.
For the South team. He comes near side with it. It's almost complete. The intended target was number 11, Brian Fullwood Jr., the 5'9" wide receiver out of Agua Fria High School.
This is absolutely a critical drive for the South team as they want to try to get a little bit closer than 17-7. They want to cut it from a 2-score deficit to a 1-score deficit, James.
They would love to get some points here, even if it's a field goal before the half would make a big difference here going into the locker room at halftime. A great crowd on hand today here as well, guys, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely. That number 3 for South? I believe that was Austin Rush again, James. Silbor hit Rush for that completion.
Silbor to Rush has been an outstanding connection here thus far in the first half for the North team.
Timeout.
Timeout on the field, so we'll step aside, take that short timeout with them. You're watching the Desert Storm Classic right here on the Epic Sports Network. Stay with us. We'll be right back to Highland Junior High in just a moment.
We love our house. Been here for years.
Yeah, but there's an animal in the attic. At least Geico makes bundling our home and car insurance easy.
We save a lot.
For bundling made easy, go to geico.com.
If you liked this video, please share it. And for more great Geico videos, hit the subscribe button. He's been practicing a lot lately.
We welcome you back to the Desert Storm Classic. The North team on top, 17-7. Brayton Silbor now in command for the South squad. They're trying to rally here early or late in our second quarter. Silbor goes to the air. He's got a man. It's intercepted. Elevating and hauling it in.
Number 2, Joseph.
And that was number 2 on the interception.
Joseph Lagafuina.
Lagafuina, the defensive back, 6 foot, 170 pounds from Cactus High School, had 25 tackles, 2 picks, and 4 PBUs, and he went up and got that one out of the clouds right there, Ed.
Great job for Lagafuina just to sit back there, seeing where the quarterback was going to go with it. He stayed with the wide receiver. He jumped up. He elevated. He got the football. He got the interception, as he did in his career, as he did last season. You mentioned the 2 interceptions, the 4 passes defense, that Cactus. So the young man knows how to play defense. He knows how to play that secondary position, knows how to play that D-back position, and he made it happen on that play.
We have reached our halftime point here in the inaugural Desert Storm Classic here on the Epic Sports Network. 17-7 our score. We'll stay right here for a moment. The first half, very exciting, guys. 17-7 our score, 10-point lead for the North team. The South had a chance to rally down the field there, make something happen, but unable to capitalize on that. And then the beautiful interception there as we closed our first half for the North team.
Yeah, North team, they get 2 defensive stops right there. 1 defensive stop leads to them getting that 17th point when they drove down the field and got that last touchdown score. South takes over. They try to drive down, and then the North team gets that interception from Lagafuina. So everything's clicking so far with the North team, both offensively and defensively, and, of course, on special teams with the XPs.
We'll keep it right here. We'll go to a commercial break actually here for halftime. We'll stay with us for our second half coming up next here on the Epic Sports Network, the inaugural Desert Storm Classic coming your way from Highland Junior High School here in Gilbert, the best of the best in Arizona high school football. We'll be right back. Stay with us, folks.
What up, Pit Boss Nation? I am Patrick Peterson. I am a father of 2. I am married, play professional football, very fun, outgoing guy. My daughter loves for me to cook ribs and steak. Me, honestly, I like the vertical because I'm able to put more things in there. I can get some ribs in there, I can get a pork butt in there, I can get some chicken in there. You know, I love everything about my vertical, man. How you can just adjust the temperature at ease, how the pellet is easy. Just a very, very cool grill.
Welcome back to Highland Junior High School here in Gilbert. We're about ready for our third quarter of action here in the inaugural Desert Storm Classic. James Poovey coming to you alongside my broadcast partner to this afternoon, Mr. Ed Cole, and our technical extraordinaire, Mr. Joey Mosquero. He wanted to come on here and apologize for the vantage point, folks, but I wasn't going to let him because that's all we can do here today for you. But it looks pretty good. Here comes a nice run and a nice wrap-up and driving of the legs right there by the defense on the carry for the South team. That was Devin Grubbs, that man from Desert Vista.
I was going to say, that's that man, Devin Grubbs.
That is that man we've been hearing about, Mr.
Yes.
Grubbs. Very effective here this afternoon.
He had a great first half. 4-time all-region selection, Grubbs.
17-7 our score. Brayton Silbor remains in at quarterback now for the South team. Silbor goes far side with it. It's complete near the line to gain. Spun out of bounds over there on the far side was number 19.
Yeah, Elijah Sports Trot.
How about that guy from Centennial, home of the Coyotes? 5 catches, 33 yards on the season. But he's had a number of nice plays here this afternoon in the Desert Storm Classic.
He really has. I like the way Sports Trot is playing. When he gets the chances, he gets the opportunities, he gets the throws to him, he makes the catches.
Silbor hands it off. And this looks to be number 1 on the carry.
That's that Devin Grubbs guy.
That's Devin Grubbs once again. And they signal move the chains as Grubbs takes us another bit of positive yardage there, and enough for a first down and 10 now.
You see how the South is kind of speeding up their offense, James? They know they're down 10. They've got this running clock, so they've got to move it along.
Ball at the 50-yard line. Silbor on the far side once again complete. And that was a dart. Once again, Elijah Sports Trotter.
The South is moving it down the field. They've got to be able to punch it in the end zone, though. Great drive so far. They've got to culminate it with a score.
Silbor now looks to pass. He's going to fire near side. It's complete. Number 1. Oh, goodness. Extra yardage all the way up the sideline. And how about it once again, Ed? That's that man, Devin Grubbs.
Yes.
They don't want none of that.
Nope. That's what he said. He made that catch, and he was not going to be denied to get all those extra yards. I love the way the fight of Devin Grubbs, the way he continues to fight. He gets the ball. He knows the defender can't stop him. The first one can't get him. The second one can't get him. The third one, the fourth one, the fifth one.
Breaking tackles all over the field here this afternoon at Highland Junior High School. First down and 10 now. Silbor in the shotgun. He's flanked by Grubbs to his left. Protection breaks down. He fires near side, and that is a completion to Austin Rush.
Wow.
And Rush pulled that one off his shoe tops there from Brayton Silbor.
Wow, great job of Silbor rolling out there. I saw the pressure, and he still made that completion to number 3. Great catch, a little bit low, but Rush, talented as he is, he can bring that catch in.
Absolutely he can. A gain of 3 on the play, second down and 7 now. 2-by-2 on the outside for Silbor. Grubbs to his left. From the shotgun, he looks to throw, fires, it's complete. On the far side, spinning through traffic is Devin Grubbs, and Grubbs nearly down to the end zone before he is stopped there by that North defense. I did not catch the defender on that one, Ed, did you?
Me neither. But I know Devin Grubbs made a spectacular spin move.
Devin Grubbs almost got into the end zone on that one right there.
Sure did.
First and goal now. Two by one now.
A fumble.
Silbor puts it on the carpet.
He fumbled.
And turns the football over. The North team with the recovery. And the South just can't get out of their own way on that one right there, Ed. That was the second time they had a chance to drive the football down the field, go score it, and they were turned away at the very last moment by the defense.
Remember what I said when they got around midfield, that around the 50-yard line, that they had to culminate it in a score? Well, they didn't. You cannot turn the ball over in your own red zone area when you're that close to the pylon, to pay dirt. You can't turn the ball over if you're Silbor and the South team.
So now here comes the North team. Deep, and I say deep in their own territory. That appears to be at the 1 yard line, Ed. So 99 yards to go to pay dirt here. So glad you joined us here this afternoon on the Epic Sports Network, the Desert Storm Classic. First Arizona High School Football All-Star Game. Mr. Charles Wilson, you did it, my man. We're here. We're in the third quarter already. Can you believe it? We're going to have you come on here and talk a little bit during the fourth quarter, just talk about this event and what it took to get this thing put together.
It's Braden Wells, the quarterback, James.
Wells near side from Notre Dame Prep, home of the Saints. And we had Mr. Wells on Thursday Night Football as well, Ed Cole.
Yes, we did. I guess he completes that to number 21, Jonathan Kennedy, wide receiver from Liberty High School.
Kennedy out of Liberty, home of the Lions. We'll be over there Tuesday night. The Epic Sports Network will be for a little bit of round ball. Got the Chaparral Firebirds coming over there to the home of the Liberty Lions, who apparently have a very nice PA system. We'll check it out Tuesday night.
I'm sure James Barnett knows about that.
Second and short. I bet JB knows a little bit about that PA. How about that cross and a catch right there? That appeared to be number 7 on the reception. Number 1, excuse me.
Jalen Gibson?
Jalen Gibson out of Boulder Creek, home of the Jaguars.
Catch by number 1, Jalen Gibson.
Braden Wells still checking his play sheet on his arm.
Wells now in the shotgun. He looks to throw. Brings it near side. It's complete. And stepping out of bounds after a beautiful reception, number 21 there in white, Jonathan Kennedy. Kennedy also out of Liberty High School, 30 catches, 499 yards, and 3 touchdowns on the season.
That was a nice throw by Wells. Nice forceful throw. He saw 21 out there in the flat. Kennedy made that completion, and Kennedy did the rest. Got the first down and more.
Excellent protection there for Braden Wells. He checks his wristband. Now he's got trips to the left side. Shotgun snap, looks to throw. Great protection up front, fires down the field.
Oh,
nearly complete his intended target, Jack McFarland. And McFarland just a little bit too far in front of that one. He had nothing but green grass if he hauled that one in.
he did. If he caught that, as you mentioned, he'd still be running for 6.
Oh, my goodness. Second down and long now upcoming here for Wells and the North team.
I like that Wells is testing that secondary of the South. He's like, okay, let me see what you guys are made of. Can you handle my throws? Can you handle my wide receivers? If you can, good. If not, good for us.
Great crowd on hand here this afternoon. So glad you joined us here on the Epic Sports Network. There's a nice look from behind the bench of the North team. Back at it now, twisting and turning through the defense. Positive yardage.
That's number 7.
Number 7, Michael James.
Actually, it's
Actually,
Ashby
that's
Fawn.
Jamare Ashby Fawn.
There we go.
So Ashby Fawn once again effective again for the North team.
It's those double numbers, James. It catches us every time.
Wells now from the shotgun on 1st and 10. He appeared like he was going to fake it and went ahead and put it into the midsection of his tailback. That tailback, once again, number 7, Jamare Ashby Fawn. And Fawn, we mentioned it earlier, 905 rushing yards on the season. 905 total yards on the season, 10 touchdowns as well, rushing and receiving.
Very effective for the Chaparral Firebirds.
Wells now from the shotgun. He's going to escape the pocket and run it himself out of bounds near the 35-yard line. And Wells steps out just in front of number 11, Joel Gant, the defensive back out of Hamilton High School.
Yeah, good job by Wells seeing that open hole there on the left side. He said, okay, I'm just going to call my number and get the first down.
Wells
keep
has
the
got
drive
some
alive.
wheels.
Yes, he does. Last season, he had 27 rushes, 132 yards, and 4 rushing touchdowns, so he is very well versed at running the football, James.
Wells is going to fire far side. He nearly has it.
That was Kennedy again, Jonathan Kennedy.
And Kennedy incomplete, so no gain on the play. Second down and 10 now upcoming here for the North squad. Jamare Ashby-Fawn remains in the backfield. He's flanked to the left of Braden Wells. 3-by-1 on the outside now for the quarterback on 2nd and 10. Fires, elevating and nearly hauling it in. That was a dangerous play there in the middle.
Wells again looking for Kennedy over the middle.
Jonathan Kennedy, yes, 6'1", 185 pounds out of Liberty High School. So now 3rd down possession play upcoming here for the North team.
I like what he's trying to do. He's trying to get the 6'1" Kennedy to elevate and make that catch, but it was a little bit too high for 21 to bring in. Boy, wouldn't the North team love to culminate this thing with a score?
Wells now looks to throw, fires far side, complete. Bringing it back near side with the moves. There in the middle.
Catch by number 2, Jordan Covington.
Covington on the reception. Number 77, David Nation, the 6'5", 255 offensive lineman out of Desert Vista High School on the stop, getting it done on the defensive end there for the South squad.
Last year for Sandra Day O'Connor, Covington had 48 catches, almost 800 yards receiving and 9 touchdowns.
Not too shabby, huh?
Not too shabby
Not
at
a
all.
bad little stat line right there.
Great season
I
for
would
him.
take that, Ed, wouldn't you?
Yes.
How about you, Joe? 4th down now. We're going to have a field goal attempt here.
That's Trevor Miller again lining up.
So that ball is going to be spotted at the 38-yard line. So this will be a 48-yard attempt here for Miller. Let's see it. Snap down. It's good. The kick is up. And the wind got a hold of that one, folks. You could see it die there about the 10, maybe 15-yard line. Then it started blowing out to the right-hand side.
Yeah.
Otherwise, when he got his leg through that one, it looked pretty good there initially.
It did. If there was no wind, it possibly would have went. But as you mentioned, it took it and carried it wide right. He got good leg into it, though.
Absolutely a great leg, and it looked good for a moment. It looked like it was headed in the right direction anyway.
Well, the South avoid disaster right there off that turnover in their own red zone area. They don't give up a score there. South offense comes back out after they avoid a field goal given up. Let's see who's that quarterback, number 2. That's Micah Southwick again, the quarterback from Moon Valley. Last season for him, 556 yards passing, 4 touchdowns. Also ran for 79 rushes, 336 yards, and 3 touchdowns. So Southwick can run and throw the football. Still 3rd quarter, folks. North is up 17-7 on the South team. South offense is out on the field trying to drive down there and get a score. Again, number 2, Micah Southwick, the quarterback, running the offense from Moon Valley High School.
Micah Southwick in there from the Moon Valley Rockets.
Yeah, to his right, Ryan Hammer, the running back from ALA Ironwood.
2nd and 8. Complete on the far side, and he got tattooed in a hurry.
Wow. That was number was that number 10?
Number 10 on the reception there.
Nicholas Lyons, okay.
34, John West on the hammer. Dropping the hammer right there on defense for the North team. So now this brings up 3rd down and short possession play right here for
the South squad.
South squad. I keep getting them confused, Ed.
I know.
I have to look at my roster every time. 3rd and short. Southwick from the gun. Protection nice up front. Fires over the middle. His intended target nearly had it. That is number 11. Joel Gant.
But as a forward junior. Southwick had Devin Grubbs out there in the flat, James. If he saw him on his right side, he could have made that completion. Devin Grubbs was wide open. He probably would have scored on a touchdown.
Left-handed quarterback out there, Southwick.
But he can turn to the right.
4th and short now, though. Go for it.
You're right.
He puts it in the belly of Devin Grubbs. Grubbs gets to his outside, a big hit, but he's unable to be taken down to the turf. And here goes Devin Grubbs. 5-10, touchdown for the South team. How about that run right there from Devin Grubbs? That's that man once again doing damage here during the Desert Storm Classic.
Just a power bit of running for Grubbs to get that ball and lay a lick on the north defender, get free. Once he's open and free in the open space, and that he's got nothing but green in front of him, grass in front of him, he's off to the races. Nobody's going to catch Devin Grubbs. He is clearly the MVP of this football game so far, James.
That was absolutely unbelievable right there from Devin Grubbs. So far, he is actually garnering the Pit Boss Grills game MVP. We'll stay tuned for that here in our fourth quarter. But while he's making a case for it here this afternoon, let me tell you,
yes, sir,
that guy is something special.
Mm-hmm.
Ed, you got to square him up in the hole. Make sure you get low and wrap up and drive your legs.
Yeah, buddy. Ryan Hammer with the extra point.
Hammer puts it through.
He hammered it through.
And now the North squad in command here.
Actually, that's the South.
South squad scoring that one right there. So let's take a look here. We'll get our score bug fixed.
Yep. So it's now 17-14.
17-14 our score. We got a good one for you folks here in this inaugural Desert Storm Classic. And how about Grubbs on that run? We'll keep it right here during the change of possession, but that was simply unbelievable for Devin Grubbs.
Okay. My fault, folks. That was Brian Bergheim, the kicker from Tanque Verde. He was the guy. He's doing the extra points for the
Bergheim put it through. We got it. We got it.
Sorry about that.
We're working with a little bit of challenges here today, folks, but doing the best we can for you. Great crowd shot there. A great crowd on hand here this afternoon. Beautiful day outside. Temperatures in the low 70s.
Nice
and
breeze.
Just enough breeze.
Love
isn't
it.
there? It's just enough breeze.
Beautiful. Yeah, so that was Brian Bergheim. He was 25 of 29 on PATs for Tanque Verde last season. 5'10", 220.
Our score 17-14. The North squad still in command here.
So James, back and forth in that third quarter for the South. They drove down there, could have gotten the score. They fumbled the ball away. The North drove back down. They held them. They missed the field goal, and then the South goes back down and it gets a score. So they redeemed themselves off that fumble they had, which would have, well, if they would have scored there, they'd be in the lead right now. But
and now we go to our fourth quarter here at Highland Junior High School in Gilbert. So glad you joined us here this evening on the Epic Sports Network. We got a good one for you, the Desert Storm Classic. Now a 3-point ball game as we head to our fourth and final quarter. It'll be North football when we resume play here for quarter number 4 at the 30-yard line.
See who's out at quarterback for this drive. Number 8.
Great shot there right behind the bench.
So Braden Wells is the play caller for this drive, James.
Braden Wells back into the ball game now for the North squad. They're in command here by 3. What do they want right here, Ed? They want a long drive. They want to bleed that clock out. Up by 3 here in the fourth. Wells now looks to throw, fires. It's intercepted. Number 5 on the interception there for the South team. And he's out of bounds on the far side. That was Desmond Esquivel. 5'7", 175-pound Yuma Catholic Shamrock ball hawk in there for the South squad.
We put his numbers out earlier in the game, 110 tackles, 2 sacks, 4 interceptions last season, and a pick 6. So when Esquivel sees the football, he's an excellent reader of the field and reader of quarterbacks and where they're looking and where they want to throw, where they want to go to. Esquivel right there. Again, excellent read, saw where Braden Wells is trying to go, and he made that interception.
What a great job there. The South squad getting it done. They're down by 3, Ed. It's playtime. Big players make big plays at big moments, and that's exactly what happened right there for number 5.
It is something about the way momentum. We always say Uncle Mo, right? Uncle Mo
Yes.
just swings in so many different directions. So right now it's in the South's favor.
And that's Silbor in at quarterback once again for the South squad. Grubbs on the carry.
And did you notice how many bodies were around Devin Grubbs that one time when they made that tackle right there? You've got to flood the zone when Devin Grubbs has got the ball, James.
Absolutely, you have to, because if you don't, he's going to have room to run and space to run, and he is dangerous in the open field.
Just like he did on that last touchdown.
Yes. Silbor now, after the gain of 1, 2nd and 9 here. 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left.
Good protection.
Silbor, plenty of time to throw, fires over the middle. His intended target appeared to be number 10, Nicholas Lyons, but it fell incomplete. Great coverage on the play right there for the North squad. 3rd down now, possession play upcoming here for the South team. Under the direction of Coach Rashad Armstrong, the North squad in the white jerseys, under the direction of Coach Damond Williams Sr.
Timeout. Timeout for the South.
Timeout on the field, so we'll step aside and take that short timeout with them. 3rd down when we resume play here in our 4th quarter of the inaugural Desert Storm Classic. Stay with us. We'll be right back here to Highland Junior High right after this.
Attention business owners.
Want to expand your reach and boost your bottom line? Then partner with the Epic Sports Network. Want to connect with thousands of parents, coaches, and fans who enjoy high school athletics every day? Then partner with the Epic Sports Network. Email us at partners@epicsports.network and let's get going.
It's gonna be epic.
We welcome you back to Highland Junior High School here in Gilbert, the inaugural Desert Storm Classic on the air. 3rd down now, upcoming possession play here as we resume play here in our 4th quarter. A great crowd on hand here this afternoon.
It's a crucial drive for the South, needless to say.
Brayton Silbor remains in at quarterback for the South team. Flanked to his left is running back Ryan Hammer from ALA Ironwood. Silbor with the snap. Surveys the field, fires, nearly complete. Great defense on the play right there.
Broken up by number 2, Jordan Covington.
Covington on the PBU there for the Sandra Day O'Connor Eagles. And now 4th down, I would imagine that the South squad's going to do a field goal attempt here. We'll take a look. So far, Silbor still on the field. And now they appear to be trotting out the kicking unit.
Yep.
Who also have their jerseys tucked underneath their shoulder pads in the front. But that's all right. We get it.
Bergheim out to make that field goal attempt.
Brian Bergheim, the 5'10", 220-pound kicker from the Tanca Verde Hawks. The kick is up. It's got plenty of leg. Oh, it just falls short of the crossbar. Just short of the crossbar there. So the attempt no good. Our score remains the North 17 and the South squad 14. We'll keep it right here.
That's interesting how the kicks work in this all-star game. There's no rushing or blocking of kicks, so all I noticed was the defensive linemen for the North. They would just stand there and wave their arms. Did you see that, James?
Yes.
That was hilarious.
You do anything you can, right? When
Yes.
you can't rush, you try to maybe do a little curtain distraction action. You know all about that from ASU.
Yep, I saw that last night in Tempe.
Do what you can, right?
Yep, I saw that in that triple overtime game
We
last
play
night.
on here, 17-14 here in our 4th quarter of the Desert Storm Classic. So glad you joined us here on the Epic Sports Network. Back at it now, the North team. That looks to be Braden Wells. The ball's on the turf, and Wells is going to cover that one up before he gets demolished there by the defense.
And that's the last thing you want to do, James, in your own area, your own end zone area, is turn the ball over.
Braden Wells, 148 of 223 on the season, 2,031 yards, 23 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. Also able to run the football as well out there in the far western slope of the state of Arizona. 132 yards rushing on 27 carries for 4 touchdowns.
Wow, so he accounted for 27 touchdowns. Amazing.
Unbelievable job.
Amazing. Oh.
Nearly hauled in. Incomplete. Third and a country mile upcoming here now for the North team.
South team's got them right where they want them. Third and long. They can stop them right here.
South defense going to pin those ears back right now and rush that quarterback, Ed.
That's right. Better believe they will.
Don't forget, folks, stay with us. We will announce the Pit Boss Girls game MVP at the conclusion of this one. Wells goes to the air, nearly intercepted. Number 24 out there in coverage was Jordan Anderson from Basha High School. He nearly pulled that one off his shoe tops.
Yeah, Wells is looking for Metz Terrell, but Metz Terrell ran that route a little bit further than what Wells is trying to complete. So the ball ended up incomplete, about 5 yards shorter than what Metz Terrell was running the route.
So now they go into punt formation. I would love to give you that punter's information. I judge by the helmet that he's from the Brophy Broncos.
Okay, let's look for a punter on the roster. Would that be Marcus Lai?
That is Marcus Lai. And let me tell you, I hope there's not a plane going over right now because this guy might hit it.
Yes.
He has kicked the highest balls I've seen in some time here in Arizona high school football. Timeout on the field. So we'll step aside, take that short timeout with him. You're watching the Desert Storm Classic right here on the Epic Sports Network. Stay with us. We'll be right back to Highland Junior High School in just a moment.
Homegate with Pit Boss. Or don't homegate with Pit Boss. Go long. Long cooks, that is. Or just, you know, don't fumble the barbecue. Homegate with Pit Boss. pitboss-grills.com.
Welcome back to the inaugural Desert Storm Classic here from Highland Junior High School in Gilbert. Our score, the North team in command right now, 17-14. Preparing to punt it away, counting them up, making sure everybody's where they're supposed to be. That is the punter, Marcus Lai. We talked about him a little bit off air. This guy can put a leg through it. You're going to get to watch him do it to it right now here for the North team.
For Brophy last season, he had a long of 55, 9 punts inside the 20-yard line.
A couple of those against the Red Mountain Lions, I assure you.
I'm sure you remember that game, don't you?
I do remember that game. That's where I first got to see Mr. Lai, one of the most impressive kickers I've seen here in the state of Arizona.
Let me
Here we
stand
go.
up so I can see this. Yeah, you're right. Wow.
Beautiful spiral there. It lands and takes a fortuitous bounce. Number 11 on the recovery, says my spotter, my son Brecken Poovey, doing a great job here today for us. Dallas Poovey also with us here. Got the boys with me this afternoon. A great punt there, as we expected, by Marcus Lai. And you said number 11 on the recovery there. Is that correct? Brian Fullwood Jr. So Fullwood Jr. very active here today in this all-star game, Ed.
Fullwood Jr., he was covered by Cameron Faraji. He's defensive lineman from Horizon. Another kid that had his jersey kind of wrapped up. I couldn't make his number until he actually turned around.
We love that, don't we?
I'd love to give you credit, young man.
It's
but
fantastic.
Let me see your number.
Yes, we need just a little bit more information there.
Yeah.
It's all good. We play on here in our fourth quarter. Into the flat, it's complete. And laying the hammer was a couple of defenders there for the North team. Among those,
number 45,
Gallardo and CJ Eastwood laying the lumber there for the North squad. 1 yard gain on the play brings up 2nd down and 9.
That's what you want to do defensively for the North squad. You're nursing a 3-point lead. You want to be able to lay the lick on the opposing offensive person and make them think twice about coming in your direction, coming in your area code.
2nd and 9 here. Southwick remains the quarterback. The lefty looks to throw. The southpaw fires over the middle. It's incomplete. Excellent coverage on the play, provided by the North crew.
I didn't say who he was trying to hit. Did you see, James?
I did not see. I didn't see any receivers in the general area right there, Ed.
I know. I saw a sports trot there, number 19. He was in the area. Maybe he was looking.
He's been in every area here this afternoon.
He has.
That guy. Every area. 3rd and 9 upcoming here now. Southwick looks to pass. He's got protection, fires to the far side, has a man standing there, and it's unable to be hauled in. Number 11 was the intended target.
That's Fullwood Jr., Brian Fullwood Jr.
And Fullwood Jr. just sat down there just past the sticks, but unable to haul it in.
And that's interesting, James. He was just standing there, and he could not haul the – this is a man that had almost 1,000 total offensive yards this season. He stood there and he couldn't make the catch.
And credit to Southwick and the offensive line on that one. He put that one on a dime.
He did.
Timeout on the field. So we'll step aside and take that timeout with him. You're watching the Desert Storm Classic right here on the Epic Sports Network. Stay with us as we prepare to wrap up the inaugural high school football all-star game here in the state of Arizona, produced very nicely by Mr. Charles Wilson. We'll be right back to Highland Junior High School in Gilbert in just a moment.
My name is Archie Bradley, current Major League pitcher for the Philadelphia Phillies. If I had to give a list of who the best was out of Archie the pitcher, Archie the griller, Archie the hunter, I'm unfortunately going to have to fall back on my baseball skills. Being a professional athlete, the food that I put into my body is very, very important. When I was younger, I may not have paid as much attention to it, but as I've been fortunate enough to keep playing year in and year out, I've put a lot more time and effort into making sure my diet and the food I put into my body is exactly what I need.
Welcome back to the Desert Storm Classic here on the Epic Sports Network. So glad you joined us here on a beautiful Sunday afternoon in the Valley of the Sun. We're coming to you from the far East Valley, Guadalupe and Power Road. Southwick now on 4th down, looks to throw, fires, it's nearly complete. He climbed up to get it, but unable to haul it in. That was number 10, Nicholas Lyons. Unfortunately, falls incomplete.
James, I don't see how Southwick could have made a much more perfect throw to Lyons. He just bobbled it and didn't catch it.
That was 2 good balls right there in a row from Micah Southwick, and those were on target.
And that was a critical, as you mentioned, a 4th down. That was a catch that Lyons had to make to extend the drive for the South, but unfortunately, he couldn't bring it in, so they turned the ball over, and the North is in really good field position.
So now we've got 17-14 North in command now, and look for them to pound the rock right here.
Braden Wells back at quarterback, James.
In there at running back for the North squad, that is Jamare Ashby-Fawn. Fawn's going to stand in block now for Braden Wells. He fires complete.
It's number 3.
And that appears to be number 3, Caden Metz-Terrell from Liberty High School, home of the Lions. Great reception out there on the far side of the field. A gain of 4 on the play. 2nd down and 6 now upcoming here for the North team.
Metz-Terrell's family's in the house.
Always great to see that family here with us.
Yep, supporting their son.
Friends of the program. We'll get to see them again on Tuesday night out at Liberty High School. We'll bring you some hoop. Braden Wells now 2-by-2 on the outside once again. They're going to hand it off this time. And that is the always dangerous Ashby-Fawn on the carry there. Fawn 5'9", 175 out of Chaparral High School. We mentioned it, 905 all-purpose yards on the season, along with 10 touchdowns.
James, don't you get confused with these horns? Yeah. There's a horn like every 5 minutes. You're like, is that the end of the game? Is it over?
Is that it? Did we do it?
Yeah, we done?
Are we done? Is that it? No, I'm kidding.
Look to Charles. He'll tell us.
Charles will let us know when it's officially all over with here. We're going to get him on here on the mic, talk about this very special event, the inaugural Desert Storm Classic. So glad we're able to bring it to you here. Wells going near side now, elevating in double coverage and nearly hauling it in. That was big 81 Jack McFarland, but the coverage right there for the South team was spot on.
It was. Defensive back Joel Gant was there. Also, number 6, Cade Colmere was also there. Colmere is from Desert Vista. Gant is from Hamilton. Great coverage on those by those two young men to deny that completion. The South has to do everything they can possibly to stop it or get a turnover right now. They're down 3 late in the game.
Possession play here. 4th down, they go for it. Firing, it's complete to Metz. Terrell gets out of a tackle, tries to break another one, and then the swarm comes in of black jerseys there from the South team. But a nice reception there for Terrell, and they will move the chains now. 1st down and 10 upcoming for the North squad.
Yeah, what a great possession from Metz Terrell, knowing, again, he was going to take a shot over the middle. He caught that ball, secured the football, knowing, again, he was going to take a shot or somebody was going to try to strip that ball or punch the ball away. Really great catch by him and getting, as you mentioned, the chains to continue to move.
1st down and 10 now. Wells flanked by Ashby Fawn. He gets the call, a hole up the middle, plunges forward.
Touchdown.
He's into the end zone for the touchdown. Jamare Ashby Fawn scores a touchdown here for the North team. And that will bring our score to 23-14 with the PAT pending.
Who knows, James, that may have been the dagger for the North team to give them the victory.
And this is number 27 on the kick for the PAT, Trevor Miller.
Yeah, he's at home. I heard he got a little friend.
He does got a little friend. We might meet her tonight. We'll see.
Yeah, really?
Miller's looking to put them up 24-14.
Trevor Miller now swings the leg through. Plenty of leg on that one. It's up and through the uprights. And now our score here in the waning moments of our 4th quarter. The North team has the lead 24-14. We will see if we can find out how much time is left here in the ball game. But we are nearing the end of our 4th and final quarter.
That's a great drive by the North to get that distance. Again, nursing that 3-point lead. They needed to drive down there. You mentioned take some time off the clock and get a score. That's even better. Kill 2 birds with 1 stone, right, James?
That's exactly right.
And
now you've put it almost out of reach here in this 4th quarter for the South team. Once again, a shout out to today's sponsors, the Fox Restaurant Group, King of the Game Media, and Get It In Apparel, providing all the uniforms here for the crew. I see Mr. Michael Brady on the sideline. You can find him with some great video highlights from today's action. He's on Twitter at Focused7 with a Z. Going down the middle, it's complete. And that running out of a tackle all the way and scoring the touchdown. What a job there. That is Mekhi Hibbler from Desert Vista High School. And how about the wheels there for Hibbler? Breaking tackles at the end, Ed.
Exactly what they needed. Mekhi Hibbler skies up there, elevates, catches that ball, shakes 2 defenders and gets free and gets that touchdown. Nice quick score for Hibbler to get that touchdown pass.
And that's what you want now. 24-20 now, PAT pending. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll see if we can get the time left here in the 4th quarter, but I don't know how we're going to do it. Time being kept on the field. Unfortunately, the clock not operating here correctly today.
Quick strike, exactly what the South team needed to get back in the game. They didn't really have time to drive down there, take a methodical drive. They had to get 1 quick score, which is exactly what they did. Mekhi Hibbler from Desert Vista gets that touchdown pass.
They're going for 2. Silbor now in the backfield. He looks to throw, surveys. He tries to get it into Austin Rush.
Rush is looking for a call.
Rush wanted a call in the back there, but no flag on the play, so the 2-point attempt is denied. Our score, North 24 and South 20.
Number 8 was covering for him. That was Carter Cameron, the linebacker from Boulder Creek.
Excellent coverage there from Cameron.
Pretty interesting game coming down the stretch, right, James?
It's been a pretty good one here so far. 4-point ball game. You can't ask for much more than that here, especially in the fourth quarter.
Yes. Great way to start off the inaugural Desert Storm Classic.
The inaugural Desert Storm Classic, which means, you know what? We're going to do it again, right? Absolutely right. A great turnout here, and credit to Mr. Wilson for putting all this together. He's got the fans out here. Everybody's having a great time. We couldn't have ordered better weather.
Oh, no.
And the broadcast crew, you know, they're doing all right, too.
Yeah, we're making it happen.
They're doing all right, too.
We're making it. Right, James?
Absolutely.
Right, Mr. Barnett?
We get a horns up from JB. That's all good. I like it.
When the PA voice of the Cardinals gives us that, we're good.
Yes, indeed. I get to hear him on Tuesday night over there at Liberty High School. That's going to be a fun one. The Chaparral Firebirds coming to town. We'll have the guys game for you at 7 p.m. local time right here on the Epic Sports Network. Make sure and hit that subscribe button and click those notifications. You'll be notified anytime we go live. 1st and 10 now.
Oh, they're in victory formation.
And they're going to down it. It looks like we are at the end of our ball game.
Yep.
And that is it. A great one here in the inaugural Desert Storm Classic. Our final score, the North team gets the victory by the score of 24-20.
Everybody give it up for the players.
A round of applause all throughout the venue here at Highland Junior High School. We appreciate you joining us here online on the Epic Sports Network. Ed, it was fun to say the least.
Yes, it was. To see these two teams battle, all these talented young men from the state of Arizona just give it their all. 24-20 battle. That was a great game, and it came down to the last seconds. Of course, the South drove down there to try to make it a little bit tighter. But what a fantastic display of talent in these young men, just a display of sportsmanship, and everybody came out really well. Thankfully, there were no injuries, James.
I was going to say, yes, I didn't see anybody get carted off. I saw no major injuries or anything like that even stopped play. So we will take a break here and come right back. We'll have an offensive and defensive game MVP when we return here on the Epic Sports Network. Stay with us. More to wrap up the inaugural Desert Storm Classic here from Highland Junior High right after this.
What up, Pit Boss Nation? I am Patrick.
Homegate.
Attention business owners.
Want to expand your reach and boost your bottom line? Then partner with the Epic Sports Network. Want to connect with thousands of parents, coaches, and fans who enjoy high school athletics every day? Then partner with the Epic Sports Network. Email us at partners@epicsports.network and let's get going.
It's gonna be epic.
I'm Eric Amarola, and I drive in the NASCAR Cup Series. I like to think of myself as a fun-loving guy. I have a wife and 2 beautiful children, I've really enjoyed the partnership that I've had with Pit Boss, and that it's, you know, it's still very new and very fresh, but it just feels so authentic. It feels so real, so just easy and down to earth, and I just really enjoy that.
Welcome back to the inaugural Desert Storm Classic right here from Highland Junior High School in Gilbert. It's been a fantastic event. You see Mr. Charles Wilson, the man who put all this together. Special shout out to him today. He did a great job getting this put together. And now we will turn it over to our public address announcer, who also happens to be myself, for the reading of the game MVPs, both offense and defense. We'll also have some photos and everything like that as well to present. So we are just about ready to roll. We're going to get those gentlemen together here. He's going to go chase them down right quick.
Charles has got to get him, yep.
And we will give you that information here very shortly. Great job staying right on that there, Joey. Awesome job. Once again, shout out to our sponsors today, Fox Restaurant Concepts, King of the Game Media, and Get It In Apparel. We'll see if we can't, I don't know, one of these guys doesn't want their jersey yet. If it'll fit, we're going to get one. I know Joey wants a jersey for sure. He's going to get first dibs. If we're able to get any kind of gear here on our way out, we'll see what we can do. So let's turn it over now and get the readings for the offensive and defensive game MVPs. Once again, thank you for joining us here today for the inaugural Desert Storm Classic here at Highland Junior High School. It's now time to announce our offensive and defensive game MVPs. For offense, it'll be number 7, Jamare Ashby-Fawn. The offensive game MVP for the inaugural Desert Storm Classic. Congratulations, young man. An outstanding performance here today for Jamare Ashby-Fawn. On the defensive side, it'll be number 2, Joseph Lagafuina. Congratulations, Joseph Lagafuina, the defensive MVP here in the inaugural Desert Storm Classic. Once again, thank you everyone for coming out. We hope you had a great time today. Don't forget, today's game is available to watch on demand on the Epic Sports Network on YouTube. Once again, that's the Epic Sports Network on YouTube. How about a round of applause for all the athletes and Mr. Charles Wilson for putting all this together here today. We hope you had a great time. Everybody drive home safely. We will see you next season. Have a great football offseason. Work hard in that weight room and on the track. And we will see you for fall 2022. Don't forget, Thursday Night Football, the only place to watch it right here on the Epic Sports Network, coming your way once again in the fall of 2022. Thanks again, everyone. Have a great evening. Drive home safe. And we hope you had a good time here for the inaugural Desert Storm Classic. Ed, what can we say, buddy? It was a fantastic time here, and we did it. We did it.
I love how you did just 2 jobs right there, James. PA announcer, and then you switch back to the headset.
You got to do what you got to do, Ed, right?
Of course. But what a great family atmosphere. You know, we see the kids out there getting pictures taken with their families, and they're just enjoying themselves. They had a great time. As you mentioned, no major injuries. As we're going to hand the headset over to Mr. Joey.
I'm here too. Hi, guys.
So, Mr. Mascara, what did you think of the game? I know you were behind the camera, behind the scenes making it happen, but what a fantastic game for the inaugural Desert Storm Classic. Your thoughts?
I thought it was a great game, and I'd like to formally apologize for the entire game. Yes, the tent was in the way. Yes, we know it was in the way. And yes, it annoyed us just as much as it probably annoyed you guys. But for the game, I mean, you got a 1-score game. I mean, what else can you ask for? All the athletes are on the field, competed, played hard, played well, and we got a really good game out of it. I'm really excited to see where this thing goes in the future.
Yes, exactly. The North and South, it was incredible how Mr. Wilson just assembled this talent for both of these football teams, and it all worked together. You know, I'm sure it was a labor of love. It couldn't have been easy for him to put it all together. I'm sure he had a staff, but the talent that he compiled and how they got both of these teams together, it clicked and it worked, and we saw the best talent that this great state of Arizona has to offer from a football standpoint.
Yeah, and it's not just, getting players, because I imagine getting players to want to show out in an all-star game isn't that hard.
No.
But what I would like to focus on is the coaches. As Charles said, all these coaches have donated their time to this cause, to these players, and we got a really good game out of it. So we just, another formal thank you to all the players who participated today and the coaches who gave away time to coach these players, and also thank you to the coaches' families. There's a lot of people, a lot of people behind a coach, a lot of people behind the athlete. So just thank you for everybody who made this possible.
Yes, it really is a family affair, as you can see. I mean, it was as James mentioned, a really good turnout as far as friends and family coming out here to see a really great football game. The weather couldn't have been more perfect. The elements were great.
Yeah, and when you think of an all-star game, you probably think, well, we're at a. You probably thought, well, they're at junior high school. Why are we at such a smaller venue? And I personally think it's a great idea because, it's more intimate. All the families of the players are a lot closer together. We were right on the field, as you saw from the camera. So it's the little things that went into making this as close-knit and as personal as it could get.
Exactly. I just love how the offenses went up and down the field. Defenses tried their best to stop the offenses. It was just one of those battles where, there are practice times where I'm sure probably not as much practice time as they would have, of course, but for the practice time they got and the time they had together, I'm sure this is a priceless moment that these young men have shared with each other. And as you mentioned, the coaches being able to coach these young men up and vice versa, being able to learn life lessons. I'm sure this will drive them so well, as most of these young men will go off to college and play at the collegiate level.
That's
and
the
hopefully in 4 years or however long it takes them to get to the NFL, if those young men are blessed enough to make it to the National Football League, I'm sure they'll remember this day like, wow, this was a tipping point. This was a stepping stone for me getting to the big dance.
Well, let's slow it down a little bit. You're going another 4 years in the future.
Why, man?
You just,
Everything else moves quick, Joey. Let's move them quickly to the NFL.
Yeah, it's just, that's a lot of things to put on these athletes right now. And for now, it's just, safe car ride home and celebrate with their families, their teams. I know some of the players here had fellow teammates from their schools come out and show their support. And so, it's just been a great day, great environment. And I'm with you on that. I hope all these players get to compete for their dreams on the next level and the next level beyond that.
And can I illustrate my point on the Arizona Desert Storm Classic website?
You can't. Nope.
It says Arizona football by the numbers. James, when I mentioned players playing in the NFL, there's 36 active NFL players from Arizona. So Joey's going to shoot me down for me wanting them to go to the National Football League. Meanwhile, there's almost 40 active players in the National Football League from this state.
Yeah, we definitely, you throw stats like that in my face, you make me feel bad.
No, of course not.
Obviously, you want to see your state represented, and this is a. I'm not saying it's impossible, but I'm saying this is a good first step in the right direction.
Oh, it is. And of course, we want to see all these young men just do well and continue on. If football is their lot in life, if that's what they want to do, if they have other aspirations to do other things in their careers, whatever it may be, let them have fun and enjoy themselves and go on and let them go where God is leading them, wherever He's directing them.
Couldn't have said it better myself, Mr. Ed Cole.
So cool. Just looking around, just the sights and the sounds, the players with their families. I mean, you can't even beat this.
No, you can't. I mean, and you look, just looking around on the field.
We're giving Joey double duty to pan and talk at the same time.
You look on the field, you see people who started the week as teammates, now they're closer than teammates on the field, doing jersey swaps and taking pictures and all that. So not only did, you grow closer with your players on the team, but you got to have a mutual respect for these guys,
Yes. And for people, and for these young men who have never met each other before, it can form friendships, Joey, and they'll make lifetime contacts, and who knows what will happen for them in life. These could be, as we talk about, friends for life and family members, albeit extended family members, but still family members for life. It's just a great setup for these young men to succeed and. Make their families much better, make their lives better.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing. You can only say it so many ways without it becoming repetitive. But I like to think we hit this over the head enough.
Yes,
Mr. Ed Cole.
James gave us the direction to wrap it up and get out of here. James, you're going to get on the headset and wrap it up? Yeah.
All right, everybody. Thank you for listening to me. Back to our producer.
Producer, PA announcer, voice of the Arizona Desert Classic.
What
Desert
can we
Storm.
say? What can we say, guys? A fantastic event out here. Once again, thanks to Mr. Charles Wilson for having us out and allowing us to broadcast such a special event. You see everybody out there having a great time with their families, as you guys talked about. And we look forward to doing this one again next year. It'll be fun. It was fun today, and we appreciate everything. So, everybody, hope we had a great time. This is the Epic Sports Network signing off here for the inaugural Desert Storm Classic here at the Highland High School in Gilbert, Arizona. For my broadcast partner, Ed Cole, our camera operator, Mr. Joey Mosquero, my sons, Brecken and Dallas, helping us out, spotting a little bit, and everyone else we got the pleasure of spending the afternoon with. My name is James Poovey, saying so long for now from the inaugural Desert Storm Classic here in Gilbert, Arizona. Have a great night. We'll talk to you very soon. Don't forget, Tuesday night coming up, more basketball on the air on the Epic Sports Network. It'll be the Liberty Lions hosting the Chaparral Firebirds. I'll have the call of that one at 7 p.m. on Tuesday night. Don't forget, subscribe, tell your friends, and this game will be available to watch on demand at the conclusion of today's broadcast. Thanks again. Have a great night, and we will talk to you again very soon. So long, everybody.